Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Cons of Tarkir draft here on the channel. Today, we're going to be diving into some best of 3 action, so I hope you'll stick with me through the picks, the plays, the highs, the lows, all of that. If you want an overview of the format, I have a draft guide already posted that you can find linked in the description. Okay, so Sultai Ascendancy is an okay card. One thing you need to know about Cons if you've never played it is it's a 3-color format. So there's like 5 3-color wedges you can play. So don't be afraid of the 3-color cards. That being said, Sultai Ascendancy is fine, but nothing too spectacular. Abzan Battle Priest is pretty good, especially if you have +1/+1 counters on other things. Outlasting for just 1 mana is pretty nice. Dead Drop is good if you're Sultai, but not so good outside of that, so it's a bit less flexible than I'd like. Rough Rider is really strong, but it is all 3 of the colors at once. And then Mardu Skull Hunter is a little bit less flexible than you'd think. It's mostly like an aggro card, so it doesn't necessarily fit into the controlling black decks. Throttle's medium. I think mostly for me, it's between like Abzan Battle Priest, Mardu Skull Hunter, and Mardu Rough Rider. I think this is a very good card. I'm very tempted. I think I'm just going to take the Battle Priest, though. I like just... You don't need to worry about taking slow cards, and this card does serious work. Can also grow into a game-winning threat if you can stall the board. Okay. Now there is Burn Away. I think that's a pretty easy pick. Just 5 mana, kills basically anything in the format. There is also Ifrit Weapon Master, which maybe goes well in a white deck with the Battle Priest. If you take Burn Away here, though, you're in decent shape as well, because you can still be set up to draft either Mardu or Jeskai, which is nice. Goblin Slide, if we wheel it, maybe we could play it if we're in the right sort of Jeskai deck. You really only play that in Jeskai. Leaping Master could also wheel, which could work with these 2 cards we already have. But I think it's mostly between Burn Away and a Ifrit Weapon Master here. And I'm just going to take the Burn Away, get a removal spell. Okay, pick 3. There's a Mardu Charm, really good card. There's a Mardu Skull Hunter. There's a Scoured Barons. All 3 of those cards fit towards the same direction, and I think they're the 3 best cards in the pack. There's not really anything here that like says, oh, try to draft. Like, I think this is like try to draft Jeskai or something. Skull Hunter's interesting potentially because I could combine this with the Abzan Battle Priest, but I think Mardu Charm is good enough as a 3-mana deal 4. That's what this card does. And other flexible modes if you need it to be worth taking here. But yeah, Mardu Skull Hunter would be my number 2 pick, and then I would take the Scoured Barons. But yeah, off to a pretty solid start here. We're still reading the signals, figuring out what's open. I think Skull Hunter is only slightly more flexible because red-black isn't really a combination on its own. So taking this is like, okay, we're playing Mardu. This is also kind of saying we're playing Mardu with these cards. Though we could still, of course, abandon things. It's still fairly early. Okay, and now there is a Mystic Monastery. Very interesting pick here for us. I think Mystic Monastery is clear, though. Master of the Way is solid. But Mystic Monastery, we can still play the Battle Priest, the Burn Away, and then just play the Mystic Monastery. There's also a Swiftwater Cliffs. There's not a single black card in this pack, so not feeling terrible about taking the Mardu Charm and kind of moving away from black, but I wouldn't mind playing Jeskai. And I think Monastery is pretty easy as a pickup. Okay, now there is Icefeather Aven. There's also Crippling Chill, which I really like. In Jeskai specifically, because it's a good way to trigger your prowess cards. Mardu Blazebringer, not my favorite card. I don't think you really want this usually. Icefeather Aven's very good, but we're not really green. Could we become green? We're not green or blue is the problem. We are 5 picks in and just haven't seen a reason to go green yet. I think here it's between Crippling Chill and like leaving myself open to the Jeskai path or taking Bloodfell Caves to go towards the Mardu path. And I think we haven't been seeing as much Mardu stuff as I would like. Specifically, black has not seemed particularly open. So I'm going to take the Crippling Chill, go towards this Jeskai road. He says as he immediately gets past Ponyback Brigade. Would have been a good follow-up. I don't mind taking Winter Flame, though. There's also Glacial Stalker as a decent morph. Yeah, I think I'll take Winter Flame. We can always just splash Mardu Charm, potentially, if we need to. Now there's another Crippling Chill. There's a Thornwood Falls. Again, we don't really have a reason to be green. If there was a worse card in the pack other than Crippling Chill, I would be tempted by Thornwood Falls, but Crippling Chill is really good in Jeskai. We could still wheel that Goblin Slide, and we actually are decently set up for it because we have pretty much all non-creatures. Embodiment's not particularly great. This pack is pretty weak. Like, Hooting Mandrills is fine, because if you play, like, one Delve spell in any deck, the single Delve spell you have tends to perform, but I like Crippling Chill here. Glacial Stalker's fine. Decent Morph. There's also Defiant Strike, which actually plays well in Jeskai. There's also Horde Ambusher. I think I'll just take Horde Ambusher. Yeah, I ended up deciding on this as a morph because playing it as a 2-drop is pretty valuable sometimes, and we're kind of like leaning towards blue-red as a base colors. So yeah, I like Horde Ambusher over the morph here. It's also a morph itself. Defiant Strike is also decent. Whirlwind Adept, nice pickup. This card actually plays really good if you can get some prowess going, and we have, as you've already established, a decent number of non-creatures, 5 at the moment. So that's nice. Scald Kid. Ooh, Weapon Master came back. That's really good. I'm really liking our path now. Really liking our path now. Leaping Master. Also a card that I like a decent amount, but a free Weapon Master is really, really strong as a morph. We did not wield the Goblin Slide, but that's not a huge deal. Ooh, late Tranquil Cove, too. Oh, we are in the right seat, I think, for our spot. Mardu Charm, less likely to make the cut. But we're in good shape, I think. So that's more questionable for now, just because it's an extra color. We have 2 lands, though, including a Monastery, which is perfect for this deck. I'm really liking our spot here. This card's nice because you can like snipe a morph and tap their guy that's unmorphed. Barrage of Boulders, definitely a card you can either play or sideboard, like if they have Ponyback Brigades. Sandbar, similarly, you can side it in. Sometimes, I mean, I don't think you really want to main deck it. Embodiment of Spring Last. Okay, well. This is a pick immediately. I mean, so first of all, Howl of the Horde, not particularly great. It's sometimes playable if you have like enough good spells, especially the Delve spells. Like this is really good with Treasure Cruise, which is another really good card. Again, you only can really afford like 1 or 2 Delve spells in your normal decks, and this is like sort of deck that could probably only play 1 or 2, but Treasure Cruise is the one you're looking for. Mardu Heartpiercer is really good if you have ways to attack and then use it. Unfortunately, we only have 5 creatures right now, and not a lot of cheap ones. Yeah, this is a morph. So this is harder to use. But Jeskai Charm is the perfect card for us because we're playing Jeskai. And being able to like either use this as a removal spell, buff your whole team. Just a really good card. I think it's better than Mardu Heartpiercer for me. Just because I'm not going to be able to enable this very effectively. Okie doke. Now there is Opulent Palace, which could help me splash black for this Mardu Charm if I wanted. There's Leaping Master. Weave Fate's not great. Tormenting Voice is pretty solid, though, sometimes. I can take Tormenting Voice to help me with my spells and not flooding and stuff like that. I don't think I'm necessarily going to need to splash that card. Another Horde Ambusher. This card's pretty reasonable, but we're not playing green. I guess, yeah, I mean, the Jeskai Charm was kind of a reason. We could have technically just, like, transitioned towards, like, a Teamer deck, I guess. We don't have that many good white cards, but the land supporting me was definitely a reason to go towards Jeskai as well. And we might even wheel this Whirlwind Adept, which would be nice. Now we get a Treasure Cruise. We're living the dream. There's also another Mardu Charm, but we're not even going to be playing the first one, probably. Let's just cut it for now. The Treasure Cruise is great. We've got plenty of ways to fill our graveyard with Tormenting Voice and these like cantrippy spells. This card's not the best. It's a tempo play in a format that's not always about tempo, but getting a Treasure Cruise is great. Whew, and another Mystic Monastery. This is really coming together. Our mana is going to be excellent in this deck. We're probably not going to have to main deck the Barrage. But getting another Mystic. If you just draw one of these cards, your mana is perfect for the whole game. Battle Priest, we don't have other cards with counters, but this can just be a card that we play on its own. And maybe we get like another one or more Outlast card. This card's fine. Probably not going to play that, but yeah. Another Mystic Monastery is great. Let's just do some trimming. We're not going to need the Wetland Sandbar, I don't think. Just being 1 toughness is pretty vulnerable to stuff like 1/1 token generation. It's not great. But yeah, right now we have pretty good setup here. Ooh, another Whirlwind Adept. Don't mind if I do. Alabaster Kieran's medium. War Behemoth is medium. But I think getting more prowess creatures is good for my deck. Not that I really need them all that much, but it's really just top-end card. This card's medium. I have plenty of 3 things to do for 3 mana. Jeskai Elder, another prowess creature. One thing with your Jeskai Elder, you have to be willing to send them in. I'll take the Stubborn Denial for the sideboard, I think, over another Barrage, which I already have one in the sideboard, and over the Prowler. This card actually functions pretty well with Whirlwind Adept, because that has 4 power, and they can't really kill it in response to really punish you. Seven creatures, 7 non-creatures, 3 really good lands for the deck. I'm liking where we're at right now. I don't really wish I'd taken the Defiant Strike. I think we're fine. Counterspells are really niche in this format because they can sometimes just spend their turn flipping their morphs. Okay, I'll take Howl of the Horde. I have Treasure Cruise. I have Tormenting Voice. Maybe I can get something going with Howl of the Horde. I don't think I need the Barrage, as we've already established. Jeskai, Leaping Master. Swift Kick. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this with fighting with my guys. I'm not going to ever play the Lamassu, though. This card's okay, though. Playing 1 copy is fine, I think. It does suffer from having 1 toughness. And we got back another Whirlwind Adept. I really do want some Defiant Strikes now, I think, to start chaining spells, but, you know. That card gets a lot better when it's like +1 for your entire team. Maybe I could play this. I don't know. Instant speed, double bounce. Kind of hard to justify. At least that's my perspective. Not sure I want to play Howl of the Horde. Crippling Chill's pretty good. I'll just take the white card so I don't pass a white card last. Ooh, War Behemoth, totally playable morph. Okay, so what do we got here? So there's a Defiant Strike that I actually actively want. Take Up Arms isn't great. There's another Horde Ambusher. I feel like we're doing all right on 2-drops, though. Slash morphs. Kill Shot could be okay. Though it's not the best against, as, like, triggering prowess and stuff for my, like, Whirlwind Adepts and stuff. I have some pretty decent prowess guys that I really want to enable. I don't think I'm going to first pick Defiant Strike, but I do really want to wheel it. What's my removal situation? I've got this kind of removal, this is removal. Yeah, this is kind of hard to use in my deck, but I think it's fine. There's another one of these that I'll wheel. I'll take the Tracker, maybe. Maybe I take Swift Kick. I don't know. I don't think I want another one of these guys even, really. This pack is pretty bad for me. I'll just take Tracker as a 3-drop, and then I'll wheel the Whirlwind Adept. Perfect. Tormenting Voice is nice. Scaldkin's medium. Mardu Hateblade's good, but I'm not those colors, and I'm not really trying to play green. Oh, baby! Flying Crane technique is insane. Well, this is a really good pickup. Feet of Resistance would also be great, don't get me wrong, but this is an easy Flying Crane technique. This card just wins you the game whenever you cast it, pretty much. Let's just imagine having like 2 creatures out and casting this card. And now I'm going to get a Wind Scarred Crag. I'm probably not going to play 4 copies of this guy. Let's just say that. But getting a 4th land. My mana's looking good. Getting another Efreet Weapon Master is great. This deck is really coming together. Okay, I know that it's starting to get hard to see everything. So there's 26 playables. This could go Bring Low. That's fine. It's a spell. It kills things. Glacial Stalker's another one I wouldn't mind. But I think Bring Low is fine as a kill spell that triggers all my prowess guys. Instant speed. I'm really hoping to wheel that Defiant Strike. Unlikely to happen, potentially, based on what happened last time. This is good with Crane technique because it sits around for a while and then does its thing. I'll just take this guy, though, I think. I already have one that I'm not super passionate about. Would love that Defiant Strike to wheel. Maybe I should have taken it over the kill shot. Felt just a bit ambitious to do that. Boom. Huge. I'm really happy. Swift Kick, another Whirlwind. Sure, I'll just take a 4th Whirlwind. I don't think I ever really want Swift Kick. Because all my creatures have small toughness, so that doesn't really help me. Sure, I'll take the Scaldkin. Weave Fate or Jeskai Banner. I might take the Jeskai Banner just because it plays well with Whirlwind Adepts. Helps me ramp those out. Take a Weave Fate now. I don't think Scaldkin's particularly great. I don't ever want to play Tygam Scheming. Okay. I think this deck came together. We'll just cut some of the weaker cards and then call it a deck. I mean, Jeskai Banner's pretty bad, but I think in this particular deck, it's actually okay, potentially, just based on the way my curve is lined up. So I don't want this, and I don't want the Sandbar, and I don't think I want Howl of the Horde based on how this went, because I only have like the one Treasure Cruise type effect that'll make this really good, and I'm less likely to be attacking to enable the raid part of this. Barrage of Boulders could be fine, but we'll see what we have. Okay. First, we'll put all of our morphs in the 3-drop slot. Then we'll check our creature count. We have 15 creatures and 14 non-creatures. I think we want to keep our non-creature count high. Tormenting Voice is pretty good. Leaping Master is okay. So let's move our questionables over there. I like our Jeskai Elder. Could definitely consider cutting the Jeskai Banner. Playing 18 lands is also often pretty good, but we could play a Jeskai Banner instead of an 18th land. You just don't really want to spend turn 3 on a banner, is the problem. And then turn 4 ramping that out, that just seems bad. I'm not going to play the banner. And like Tracker's not very good either. Could consider cutting one of those. Could consider cutting Scaldkin. Could consider cutting Weave Fate. I think Battle Priest is fine. Having Lifelink is pretty nice, potentially. Creature count is still 15. Let's just cut the Trackers. Cut the War Behemoth. Cut the Scaldkin, cut the Weave Fate, and then cut one Whirlwind Adept, maybe? I feel like my mana base is pretty good. What's my least played color? White mana, right? It's red-blue mostly, yeah. So this gives me 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white sources. I could honestly probably go down to like one of these, up a red source, so I can cast my Tormenting Voices more often. That gives me 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and that gives me 9 red sources, 8 blue sources, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources. I probably don't even need that many white sources. I could probably, yeah, I'm just gonna keep 6 though. 6 seems reasonable. Flying Crane is pretty good. I have a lot of ways to filter towards finding it. I have 11 creatures, 12 non-creatures. Weave Fate versus Whirlwind Adept is interesting too. Just like, I have ways of holding up my mana. Getting some card advantage is nice. But I think it'll be more of a sideboard call. Huh. Maybe I just want a random morph over a Whirlwind as well. Because 4 of them seems like a lot. Eh. This card's also medium. I just don't really like it. Just so small. It doesn't block morph very well. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 morphs. Yeah. Everything in my body is telling me to cut one of those and just add like a Weave Fate. Even though I don't love Weave Fate. Weave Fate is just bad. Add one of these guys. Anyway, that's going to do the deck, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is basically a way to tip the channel if you've been enjoying it, if you've been finding more success in your drafts thanks to my strategy content, but also you gain access to some cool rewards in the process, like my card-by-card tier list and other cool perks. So it's like if you tipped a waiter at a restaurant and then they brought you a free piece of pie. So it's kind of like a cool win-win situation if you are enjoying my videos and want to support my channel anyway. I want to give a special shout out to those who support the channel at the credits level. It really does mean a lot, and it really does help out the channel. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round one. We will decide to play first with this deck. And this is a fine hand. I like Defiant Strike with my Whirlwind Adept. We don't have red mana, but we have 9 red sources in the deck, so should be fine. The kill shot's looking pretty good here as like a stabilizer. Ooh. This card plays really well with Whirlwind Adepts. Giving them flying and double strike, you just hit for so much damage. That's kind of bad for me, probably. No morph, not great either. Yeah, Trail of Mystery is going to get them a lot of advantage, but hopefully I'm playing on a different axis. I'm going to kill shot, and then I'm just going to slam this guy. Dragon's Eye Savants. Sure. Nice. Like, this is just 10 damage with this guy. Sure. I just ate their guy. That was pretty good. I have not drawn well, let's just say that much. I mean, like, yeah. I could still maybe get something going, but I have, this is my last turn pretty much to do it, I think. Yeah. Just drew 11 lands. See if they do nothing here. They just let me go to 1, okay. Can I cast 4 spells? I don't even think I have enough cheap spells to do that. If one of them is this 6 mana spell. Yep, okay. So what do I know about them? They're playing a slower deck. They have a Riverwheel Aerialists, which makes Killshot pretty desirable. They have the 2/3 guy. They didn't have a lot of 1 toughness that I saw. Their morphs are Loxodon. They have 2 Loxodons. Okay. You can always check their morphs after the game. They have to show you, just in case there's ever another format with morphs in paper. A couple water wind whirls could be okay. I kind of want the adept. The adept, after drawing it, I was very happy to have it. I like that. I don't want this card ever against their 2/3 guy that zaps it. What do I cut? Probably just cut a random morph. They were a slow deck. Weave Fate could be better. Let's just run it like this. I feel like that was just an unlucky series of draws for me. Like, if I draw, like, literally, like, 2 creatures that game instead of 2 lands, I just win easily. Okay, this is a great hand. You have to hold full control when you have a Jeskai Elder out. Okay. I'm gonna ditch the Bring Low. I'll deal 2 to their morph, I think. They might be missing some colors. I like saving the tapping. Actually, no, they have the Dragon's Heart Savant thing. This is way safer. Okay, I'll flip this. I'm gonna keep hitting land drops. Okay, so they have a Naga too. Okay. So now that I have my 6 lands, I mean, they're dead next turn, right? I have 3 creatures. This is almost always a kill spell when they're at 10 and I have 3. I can even outlast it first. Dang it. Okay. Let's see, how much damage is this? I untap this guy. So it becomes a 2. This is a 4, 8. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I discarded some of my spells, which was also unfortunate. Because at the time I didn't have the land drops to give. Maybe I made some bad trades here along the line. Okay, that's probably going to be good enough. Let's just be extra safe here. I don't think there's a chance I die, and this way I'm just like... I mean, maybe they hold back the river wheel area lists now, but they'd have to... Browse. They're so dead. We're going to make sure. Dot all of our I's, cross all of our T's. Okay, so they have Arrow Storm. Crippling Chill. They have Kindred Warden. And they have a Sagu Mauler. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, I kind of like our configuration. I really like the Whirlwind Adepts. Don't think I want this on the draw, which I'll probably be. Don't really want Water Whirl. It's kind of a scary matchup. The Sage Eyes things makes my Winter Flame a little bit worse. So maybe I'm not supposed to play the Winter Flame. But I saw one drag like of the thingies, and tapping a guy's also pretty relevant sometimes. I'll keep this. Perfect. Instant payoff here. Discard a land. I think that's fine. Nice. Yes, they missed the mana. we take those. Considering how game 1 went, I'm fine like just taking him down. Because it felt like I kind of got wrecked in that one game. I could just cantrip this. Nice, we drew the land naturally. We can flip this at any time. But obviously getting Whirlwind Adept out is almost GG, probably. My mana base is really clean in this deck. I really like it. Okay. Oh, that's really good. I think turning this into a 1-mana deal 2 draw card is pretty good when you have the cards I've got. This is a deal 4 to a player, for what it's worth. And I can flip this to make it so their guy can't block. Sure. Yes, we got there. Huge. This guy flips up. They can't block. Woo! Got the win. We lost game one. We are going to tweak the deck. After playing with the Whirlwind guy, I can safely say I want all 4 copies. It's just exactly what my deck wants. So I'm going to add that 4th copy over that random morph that I cut for it. That I added for it. So we're going to cut that guy, add in the Whirlwind Adept. I still think this is more of a sideboard card. This isn't really what we want to main deck. And that we can use this as a sideboard card as well. But I think that this card's actually great in our deck. Anyway, see you folks in the next round. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this. I'm thinking about the Roar of Challenge, or the guy that copies our spells, and whether or not I can play that card, because it feels like it actually might have some potential for me. Because I can, like, copy... If I double copy Jeskai Charm, I just deal 12 to them. I've got plenty... If I copy Tormenting Voice, it draws me a bunch of cards. I feel like it might be better than one of my other cards. I'm interested to see how Abzan Battle Priest performs. Okay. They're looking for their mana. I don't have to worry about that. I've just got my mana lined up. I'll play it. If they play a Morph this turn, I can trade. Ah, they're on that Banner Lifestyle. Well, we luckily drew a spell. That was good. But now they have white mana. Sure. I'm just going to get my battle guy out. I can kill this next turn potentially, and then keep attacking him. Okay. Maybe not perfect for me there, but... Oh, they're attacking. Well, they don't have the Heart Piercer right now, so that's good to know. Cannot play a Whirlwind Adept. They have a kill shot. That's fine. I'll kill their guy while they're tapped out. Not that there's that many combat tricks, but like Feat of Resistance would be really bad for me there. Okay, that card's just horrifically bad. I'm really glad I've got these two guys. They're going to be really good against this Rampart, I think. Sure, they get their card back. I think I will play this land. I'm going to want my 6th land so that I can cast some of my Tormenting Voices. I mean, I'm going to hold lands for Tormenting Voice, but getting my 6th land into play is still nice for now. Next time I'm going to play this almost assuredly anyway, before playing any Tormenting Voices. So they've got a very controlling deck. They might have a really good late game card or something. This card makes me really not want to have any 1 toughness guys in my deck. Well, that's really good. For now, though, we will just Whirlwind Adept. I'm really happy with these Whirlwind Adepts. think they're doing really good work for me. Okay, they tap it. Sure. Man, Crippling Chill of my own would be really good. The Winter Flame that can tap down this guy's pretty good too. Like, I'll like tap this thing, attack them for 10. Jeskai Charm, kill them. So they're just like probably dead. Heart Piercer, that's another good one to know about. Okay. How close are they to dead? I tap this thing. No, I tap this thing. So I have 3 in my graveyard, so I can play these 2. And then they will be... Then I'll have these as 6/6s. Can I cast Treasure Cruise? Then I need 8 mana. So right now it costs 5. Yeah, I can't quite do that. I will play the land, though. I think I can Winter Flame. I mean, Winter Flaming to tap down Dazzling Ramparts. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, let's do this. I still have Defiant Strike, so I just will give myself outs to draw that. Beautiful. Because I have no other Delve spells. And no ways to get like spells back from my graveyard. So they've got Arc Lightning. They got the guy that deals 2. I really don't want X1s here. So Leaping Master's probably getting cut. I kind of want to try Howl of the Horde. But Leaping Master's really good bad against Arc Lightning. So might as well cut like a weaker card anyway on that front. They have the 07 that can tap it down, so it can't really do much anyway on that front. I could just bring in Weave Fate. I think it's between Weave Fate and Howl of the Horde. I'm just going to bring in the Weave Fate. This seems like a slower matchup. That card could do some work. I like the fact that it's an instant. Howl of the Horde is probably going to get me like a 2-for-1 anyway, but it's way harder to set up. I like digging. Great hand again. I mean, just having a Mystic Monastery just makes every hand perfectly keepable. I mean, I would like to draw an untapped land, but, you know, I'm in good shape. Got all my colors. That's all you can ask for. And we have Flying Crane technique to work towards along with the Whirlwind Adept already. Like you saw, my opponent just like didn't cast a lot of spells that game. But yeah, we have Tormenting Voice, Defiant Strike. Perfect. So we get to play the Mystic Monastery. Into Crag, into Weapon Master. We're not in a rush to deploy the Tormenting Voice. It'll be good as the game goes on with our prowess guys. Jeskai, Wind Scout. Okay. We're just going to hope they don't have their 4-mana 2/3 guy. If they do, they do. We can't do much about that. We could just not play our guy, but that's just way worse, I think. We could have Tormenting Voiced our thing away, I guess. But that's just playing too scared, I think. Heart Piercer's a good card, but they only going to have one copy in their deck. Okay. Kill their flyer. I would love to save this for the Adepts, but I really just want to draw a 5th land here so I can play the Adepts in the first place. Because the lower I get them, the closer this is just killing them. But I guess with Jeskai Charms now, too. Yep. The classic play. Tormenting Voice, discard Tormenting Voice. I think that's correct. Nice. Yep. Got all my colors for a Jeskai Charm. Pretty likely to deploy it here on whatever expensive thing they play. Or just on their morph. Okay, it's in a free Weapon Master, sure. Because my next turn is this card, and then this card, and then by then I'll have more spells to do stuff with. And also they're missing land, so doing that is fine too. So I no longer have Tormenting Voices, so I just play every land I've got from this point on. I've actually gotten rid of a lot of my cheap Prowess enablers, but that's fine. These two guys combined will deal 10 damage when I use the Flying Crane technique. Yeah, I'm not blocking. That's pretty good. I know what they've got. I know they have all spells in hand, which is partially scary. And this thing can flip into a 4/3 first strike. Give something +3/+0. Which would deal 4/8 damage to me. Yep. Treasure Cruise is my best draw. I think I win if I draw Treasure Cruise, potentially. Okay. I'll attack with both. This thing then leads to +10 damage. No, goes from 8 damage. 5. Double strike, right? Oh, it's just lethal, right? 5, 10 each, yeah. Why am I doing this math so terribly? Gosh darn it, Nikolai. I forgot it was double strike for some reason. I was treating it like first strike in my head. The back of my brain was saying they're dead, they're dead, they're dead, they're dead, they're dead. And then I was like, wait, how are they dead? How are they dead? Yeah. This card is absurd. Also, these guys being, yeah, these cards are perfect with it too, because they can't interact. So you just build up a couple of those guys. Boom! I was literally I'm sure there was somebody in the comments that was like, he's got him dead, he's got him dead, he's got him dead. And I was just like, am I going to have to use this as a combat trick? It was like, okay. I knew that I was going to, my plan was to just go play this, and then use this. But I was like, man, double strike. For some reason, I was just like subtracting 10 of the damage, but like I just one-shot them. Let's go! See you folks in the finals. Welcome to the final round. Play first. Nice little hand here. We don't have white mana, but that is our least common color. And we've got our Treasure Cruise, which is one of our best spells. Weapon Master is very good. And we've got plenty of time to find our white mana. One of our great white spells. Let's go. There's white mana. Perfect. We got the attack in, and then we can tap this on their turn, so it's tapped for a whole attack step. Sure. They could have Force Away, but... Yep. Tempo negative play, but... I mean, for me, but... I feel like it was fine. Force Away is going to be okay against me no matter when they use it. This thing can give me lifelink to really undo a lot of the damage they're going to deal. I might just cycle this Defiant Strike. I'll just do it next turn to get more damage. I'm going to burn this thing away. I'm going to use this for lifelink mode, almost guaranteed. I wish I had a second creature in play to go with this thing, but I'm filling my graveyard for Treasure Cruise. Okay. I think I gamble this. Because I could almost kill them. +1/+1, life, or deal 4 to them. I'm just going to hope they don't have 2 different tempo plays. I'm dead to 2 Force Aways. Or a Crippling Chill and a Force Away, or whatever it is. Yep. I could be dead here. I have a blocker for the Teamer Charger. Gaining 5 life was tempting. But I don't think I win that way, because I'd be at 12, but I would only have a Horde Charger in play, and they would still have 7 power in play. They would be at 6. The Horde Ambusher blocking downside definitely coming into play here. Yep, they barely got me. Oh, that was so close. I got max punished by the Defiant Strike line, I think. Also, maybe I was just supposed to kill their flyer. That was tough. That was a tough game. I'm not sure. Maybe I wasn't. I think I was going to be screwed against that card no matter what. Unless, I mean, even if I gained the life, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so this card seems good against them. Barrage of Boulders, just one-sided Wrath. What do I cut? Maybe Battle Priest. Kind of a slow tempo-y play. A slow tempo play, and they can tap it or something. Yep, we'll just make a simple change. Their flyer was pretty annoying. Yeah. Keep this. This is a great hand. They're mulliganing. I think I'm going to win this game. And it'll all come down to game 3, where maybe my sideboarded boulders can get them. They're very tempo-y. They're playing Bant. Just gonna play it chill for now. I'm not under pressure, really. If I draw my Singing Strike, or no, Flying Crane technique, this will be good. Yep, no blocks. Ah, that's terrifying. Well, I might lose now. Other creatures have trample. Yikes. Six, 9, 10, 11. If this flips into a big creature, I lose to it anyway. If this works, I'm in real good shape, I think. Wow, it worked. They had a kin tree warden down there. Another morph. Okay, well, I can gain 10 and play another morph. That seems pretty good. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus whatever this is. Let's just say this is a maximum, which is a lockstone. Oh, this also gives me an extra +1/+1. I can always jump Surak if I need to. Gaining 12 puts me in pretty safe range. And then I have Burn Away as a kill spell that also triggers Prowess for next turn. I shouldn't have to chump block, because even if this is a woolly Loxodon, they can't kill me with that. And either one of my guys is lethal with a Burn Away. Okay. If they discard a spell, then I know they have a spell. They definitely don't want to land here. Okay, so they have a spell in their hand. Or they needed a land to flip like this Loxodon, if this is a Loxodon. Oh, do they have the counters? Being at 17 makes me feel very safe right now. They're trying to decide if they can attack or not, I guess. Singing Bell Strike, eh? If they attack and this isn't like Mistfire guy, then I'm fine. Because 6 kills anything but a Loxodon, but they can't flip a Loxodon with the mana they have. And if they play a land, then I'll kill Longshot Squad. I wonder what they have. They have a spell plus a random draw step. Okay, so they attack. I don't think I can beat Mistfire Weaver. Okay. I think this is a pretty clear kill the Longshot Squad, attack both situation. Because that way that they have to chump with this guy. Woo! We're on the board. Okay, game 3. They are playing a very scary deck. Let's see what that morph was. Sagu Mauler? Oh, no. Well, that's terrifying. So they have the full gamut of morph options. Well, that's a bit of a glitch. It won't let me look at their graveyard. Well, shucks. Terrifying. They have that flash guy. I still think lifelink is probably too difficult to enable on that guy to make him worth playing. I like kill shot in this matchup, even though Sagu Mauler is a huge issue. I like my 5-mana 4/2 guys. Maybe I want to get a little bit. Could play the ban. I'm just going to run it back. I think this is a good configuration. I almost considered bringing in another morph just to lower the curve, but I think one of my best lines of attack is just play two 5-mana 4/2s, then play Flying Crane and win with the game with those guys. And just stall towards that plan. I'm going to keep this. This is the benefit of Tormenting Voice and having like faith in my mana base. Like one Mystic, and I'm in good shape. Ooh, they're playing that on turn 1. Oh, what a rip. That's a great draw. I'm going to ditch Crippling Chill, I think. Nope, I'm just going to play that guy. Stops the Kintree Ward and can trade with Highland Game, which I will do. I will trade with the Highland Game, even though I take a damage anyway. They're trying to tempo me out. So they've already gotten rid of one of their bad morphs. I hope that's a Sagu Mauler or something. Okay, Glacial Stalker. Wind Scout. Yep, I'm going to just zap that guy. Welcome back. Luckily, I didn't get punished. I had to pass the turn, and so they could have had an opportunity to use their guy. I'm just going to stall, refuel with Treasure Cruise. Tormenting Voice helps me as well. Great, okay. They're missing land drops, which is good for me. They clearly don't have a combat trick or they would have saved their guy. Just keep tapping. Play the Adept. Next turn I can Tormenting Voice, discard Tormenting Voice, play Treasure Cruise or something. I'll send. If they want to double block, that's fine with me. I'm trying to get them in a spot where if I top deck Flying Crane Technique, they die. I really hope this isn't Sagu Mauler. But there's only so many morphs they have in their deck. Because they're still missing red mana. Uh-oh. So I have 20 cards left in my deck, and I really realistically have 4 draw steps to find Flying Crane Technique, which is 4 out of 20 is 20% chance of finding that to win the game. If I can survive 2 turns, which if this is a Sagu Mauler, I might not be able to do. If this is Sagu Mauler, though, they are clearly going to attack with... Okay. Please just attack with like this. Yeah, if it's Sagu Mauler, of course it is. I think jumping is fine there. Okay. I have 2 white sources. I have more than enough of every other source, though. That's unfortunate. Okay. So they had the Sagu Mauler to own me. And now I think I'm dead to a lot of stuff still. Okay. I drew up 2 lands off the Tormenting Voice, which was really unfortunate. But as I said, 1 Flying Crane Technique and I win. I'm going to go to 1 if they don't have a combat trick. Okay, I'm at 1. Pound the top of the deck. Hope for Flying Crane Technique. Gosh darn it. Gain 12. I'm at 13. I'm still alive. Every draw step just gives me a chance at it. And they still don't have red mana. So I've got rid of 1 mountain, 2 mountains. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I only have 5 lands left here. Defiant Strike is a redraw. That essentially gives me like an extra like... They have Delve. Oh, they're casting Treasure Cruise. Okay, well that's bad for me. I've gone way deeper in my deck than they have. Oh, I just need to find my Flying Crane Technique. But now they're afraid. So now if I draw a red spell, I could maybe get them. They still don't have red mana. That's huge. And every draw step gets me closer. Okay. So now they get to know what my face down guy is. Because they could have been afraid of a Jess guy, dude. Gosh. It's so intense because I have like the instant win card in my power. And I think I'm going to get another draw step at it. I mean, I probably get 2 more draw steps at it, which is crazy. And Defiant Strike is still a redraw. Gosh, Jeskai Charm was so clutch. Only unfortunate part was that they were able to trade with one of my Whirlwind Adepts. Come on, Flying Crane technique. Ooh. Ooh! Oh my gosh. They have 5 mana up. They probably have something. I literally just need one Whirlwind Adept here, and I can win. So I'm just, like, trying to buy as many draw steps as possible. I'm super worried about Force Away. Okay, that's good. No, don't force me. Oh, man. Gosh, they got me. Gosh darn it. Oh, I needed some more spells. I was so close. I think it's fair to say that we were playing our best. Sagu Mauler's a pain, but also just, like, too many lands down the stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Discarded 2. Gosh, we need another spell to be able to not die to this. It's exactly lethal. Gosh darn it. Oh, man. If we draw on the Flying Crane technique, that game we win. Or if their morphs had been in a slightly different order, like, because we killed the one morph. We killed the Glacial Stalker with a kill shot. Because we can't wait until they have Sagu Mauler mana available to know which morph they played. We gained his life. We drew so many cards. It wasn't good enough at the end of the day, though. Maybe I could have tried to force through some... Because the only other option there... I mean, they had 5 mana up. They were going to just tap my guys. I could, like, flip this guy, made it so this guy couldn't block. Attacked with my 2 guys. They would have gone, like... I could, like, made it so this guy can't block. I attack with both my guys. They would have gone trade, block there. But then this guy can't block here, even. Without just dying. Because I needed to draw a spell to make it my... gosh. Well, we did our best. We battled hard, and that's all you can do at the end of the day. It's just a for fun's draft anyway, so it's not like there's anything huge on the line. Just the pride of winning a trophy with a really sweet deck, and I think we were favored to win that game. Let's just say, because we drew through 65% of our deck, and if we had found, let's just see, if we'd found Flying Crane technique, we just win 100%. Winter Flame. Oh, that would have been pretty good, too. Oh, Winter Flame would have been incredible. Tap down their 3/4, zap their 2/2. GG. I forgot about this card, but that also would have been a game changer in that situation. So we had, like, redraw with this guy, and then we also had, like, 2 cards that almost certainly can win us the game there a couple of times. I don't know. Did we side in Barrage of... No, we sided in Barrage of Boulders round 2, but... Yeah, because we sideboarded out Abzan Battle Priest and sideboarded in... Oh, no, we did sideboard in Barrage of Boulders, I think, because we knew they had Highland game and the 2/1. Yeah, so if we had drawn Barrage of Boulders, we also would have won. Wow, no! Oh, knowing that I had extra outs is so sad. No. Did I sideboard in Weave Fate? No, maybe I sided in Weave Fate instead for that matchup. Regardless, it was I know I sided in Barrage of Boulders one round. But anyway, if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag technique, because this was a really cool flying crane technique deck. I feel like we had some pretty good drafting techniques, and we played some pretty good gameplay techniques. Just technical play. Didn't make any big mistakes, I don't think. I can't think of any, at least. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Really close with this Jeskai deck, but you can't win them all. And all you can do is try to play with a smile on your face. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you would like to see more Cons of Tarkir draft videos, let me know in the comment section down below. But I will talk to you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you next time.